It's time to talk about it. It's time to talk about it. And that's Xion from Kingdom Hearts. Because I just feel like not too many people talk about her as a standalone character, and more so as like, oh, when you're talking about Xion, it's usually with her and Axel, or her and Roxas, or her and Naminé. Well, guess what? Xion is her own character. And let me tell you why she's amazing. Let me tell you why she's that girl. Let me tell you why. Because the things that Roxas gets praised for are the exact same things that Xion has done, but honestly faster. If you really want to get into it, because Roxas was like sitting there on that clock tower, and like, oh, Axel, what am I? Axel, what are we doing here? Axel, do we have a heart? And yeah, Xion was doing the exact same thing, but guess what? She stood on business and took it upon herself to try to really figure out who she was. So she went to Riku, she went to Naminé, she went to all these people, and she finally figured out who she was. She knew. And then it took that whole event of Xion trying to figure out who she was in order for Roxas to stand up and figure out who he was too. So without Xion's character arc, where would Roxas be right now? Absolutely nowhere. He would still be in the organization. He will still be confused about everything. Just letting you know. Without Xion, nothing would have happened in days. I'm being so for real. Nothing would have happened without her. Absolutely nothing. And you know what? I'm going to even go upon myself and say that Xion is more tragic as a character than Roxas. Because if we really want to get into it, her whole purpose as a character was to just be an experiment, to just help the organization. And yeah, that was sort of Roxas's role too. But the difference is he was seen as an actual member. Xion wasn't seen as anything. They called her a puppet. They called... Her throat was dry. Called her a puppet. Treated her as like a toy. Like, they was not being nice to her. They did not care about Xion. They did not care. Like, they was all treating her like she's just some puppet, toy, whatever. So she was dehumanized or denobodyized, whatever the freak. She's like, I don't care. I don't care. She was dehumanized, treated as a puppet, was treated as less than, even though she was at the same rank as Roxas. And like, yeah, she was called the 14th member, but she was never really treated as such. Like, she's technically the 14th member, but she was never treated like a member. Like, just some honorary member, but not really. They didn't even change the name. Like, the name of the organization is Organization 13, but they never changed it to 14. So they obviously did not care enough about her to really care to change the name. Like, they changed it to 13 when Roxas came, but when Xion came, oh, we're going to keep that name. Like, come on. So her entire just being was just to be nothing. Just nothing. Not even a nobody. She's just nothing. Like, yeah, her and Roxas were in the same boat as both being like this mirror of Sora, but at least Roxas actually came from Sora. Xion came from memories. Like, she was really just nothing and treated as such too. So honestly, that just makes her more tragic. And the fact that Roxas, okay, well, no, I can't say that because it's not true. Because they technically both had to go away in order for Sora to be whole again, whatever. But like, I find it even more sad because like Xion, well, okay, I can say that because both Xion and Roxas both were like in the same thing, like the same thing basically. I don't know, but it's just sad because Xion like had to just face this on her own. Like, she didn't have Roxas, she didn't have Axel. Like, and whole time Axel knew all of this, by the way. Like, he knew everything. He knew absolutely everything. And you know what? I don't care that Roxas left him because, honestly, as he should, because his best friend lied about his whole existence and Jem's existence, too. It's just unserious. unserious, absolutely unserious. But yeah, Xion is awesome. Axel, Roxas. Oh my god, I love Axel, so I won't even try. But like, he's just so booty. He's booty. Roxas, yay. Sora, yay. Like Xion just really had no choice. Like she was either going to just continue living a lie, or just go back to where she was supposed to go back to. Like she couldn't even live her life. Like I feel like at least Roxas could still be something. You know, like he's still there somehow. But Xion was never brought up again until Kingdom Hearts 3. Probably. Don't take my word for that because I'm not done playing the games yet. But as of right now, like I'm not sure if Xion was like ever brought up again. Because, you know, she had to disappear. And literally, it's even more sad because Roxas had to forget her entire existence because of that too. Like, oh my god. Like, at least, like, Roxas would still be remembered. But, like, Xion had to be forgotten so that she can go back to Sora, whatever. And, like, yeah, but back to what I was saying. Xion didn't have a presence back. Like, I don't know how she came back in Kingdom Hearts 3, but at least Roxas was still there. Like, you knew he was still with Sora. Like, him being in Sora is, like, what makes, I don't know, whatever. But, like, he's still there. Xion wasn't any, like, she was not anything. She was just memories. So she was never her own little things. Like, she was just an experiment, a doll. Just a tragic character. Just such a sad thing. Like, I cannot imagine, like, being in the environment that she was in, because literally not only was she this person who was like, oh, like, okay, in general, like, the whole, like, nobody thing is a really sad thing because, oh, like, you don't have a heart, you don't have feelings. Like, they say that, but they really do. But yeah, they don't have hearts, they don't have feelings. Like, they're confused about their whole entire existence. But multiply that times 10 because Gianna is not a nobody. She is an experiment. She was never a nobody. She was never anything. She was just memories. And so imagine being so confused. So she went to this guy, Riku. She doesn't even know who Riku is. She is challenging him to fight. She doesn't know anything. Nothing. Even feels guilty about existing and asking Riku, are you mad? Or because, you know, she's eating away at Sora because she's not back to him. And just the whole thing. And then meeting with Naminé, discussing what she should do. And, you know, she inevitably has to go back to Sora. And so she is finally in a place where, like, she has friends and stuff. But she has to give that all away now because apparently she's this person Sora's memories. So just a sad... Oh, my cat fell. Such a sad character. Like, can we just be so for real? Like, I'm playing the Kingdom Hearts Days DS game because I got it for Christmas. And I wonder if they're going to show me, like, any gameplay of Xion. Because I don't really remember that much about the Days game for the final mix, whatever. But they did show us, like, that whole, like, her journey or whatever. But I wonder if I can like, actually play as Xion and, like, figure out who she is. Or am I just going to be Roxas for the rest of the game? I don't know. But all I gotta say is they did my girl Xion done wrong in this game. And, yeah. She's amazing. Awesome, even. Amazing. What should I say? I don't know. And I think that her and Roxas are on par when it comes to writing. And probably Xion's probably better in writing, in my opinion. Because she really stood on business. Like, Roxas, like, he didn't really do anything until... Like, he was conflicted about who he was, but he didn't really take action about that until after Xion, you know, did. So, It's like, it really, like, xion, like, really had a lot of impact. Like, without xion, what would have happened, honestly? Like, literally nothing. Yeah. I don't know what to say, so bye.